Hello students. In this class, we will continue with this two-hinged arch we have discussed in the earlier classes. Let me discuss what we have done till this class for the two-hinged arch. Let us take this two-hinged arch. For these two-hinged arch, we have the vertical reaction and the horizontal reaction at both ends. And this is a statically indeterminate to 1 degree, and we have to find out the value of h. We have discussed the h can be obtained by standard equations already derived, and this is equal to your rise. So rise in some books will find h, and some books will find it is given yc. It means height of the crown. Rise. Now we can find out the value of h by integration of the fundamentals. That integration from 0 to L m y into dx divided by y square dx, and again integration 0 to L. So this is the basic things. Why is this variation of the shape of this arch? It may be a parabola, maybe circular, maybe semicircular. So according to the y will vary, and m is the bending moment due to the vertical loads, or just like a beam. You can take a simply supported beam and with the vertical loads calculate the bending moment at the sections that is required. Now in case of parabolic arch with a concentrated load, if you put a constant load W at a distance A from the support, then we have derived the equation for the H for the concentrated load. So in parabolic arch, so H is equal to found out 5 by 8 W A by YC into LQ, right? Multiply by L minus A into L square plus AL minus A square. Now, for any concentrated load, this equation can be directly used, or sometimes you can find from the fundamentals. There are two ways. You can use this equation to find out, or this is a standard formula already derived to find out horizontal thrust due to the point load. So where A is the distance from this support, L is the span, YC is the rise of the span. So accordingly, H can be obtained. Now, if you take UDL, suppose this parabolic arch is subjected to UDL, then what will take? If it is subjected to UDL throughout the span, then what is the value of your value of H? We have found out the H is equal to WL square by 8YC. So this we have found out for this parabolic arch with UDL. So if it is a W per meter length, so we can find out the value. We have also find out for this formula for circular arch. If you will go for the circular arch, now for this circular arch, what is the value? You will take a circular arch like this. So in the circular arch, let me discuss something we have done in the last class. There may be some doubt you have, you can do. Now this angle was taken as alpha, right? And if load is here at a distance A, okay, load is at a distance A, and load is W. and this angle, this W making an angle beta with this center O, and these are the radius R. Then you are considering section at X. Okay, you put a section at X from this support, distance X. So you have the horizontal thrust here, you have the vertical reaction here. It is A, you can find this BA. Now this section also, if this point makes an angle theta, this makes an angle theta with the center. Okay, now this is equal to R. Now what is the value of X? You can find the value of X. What is the X? Now this is R sine theta. Okay, so one is R sine theta up to this. This is R sine theta, and up to this it's R sine alpha. So you can write down X is equal to R. X is equal to R. Sine alpha is up to this, so sine theta minus sine alpha. You can write the value of X is equal to sine theta minus sine alpha. Right. So what is Y? If you will find the value of Y, what is this value of Y here? So this is the Y value. So the total value minus this value, this is R cos theta. So that is R cos alpha minus cos alpha minus cos theta. Now, if you go for this value of this YC, also you can find out in terms of this is R. This is equal to R cos theta. So R into 1 minus cos theta. So you can find also YC. If you are interested YC, R is equal to R minus R cos theta. So you can find also this value. Now, what is DS? DS can be obtained is equal to R d theta. So if you take a segment at any point here, the small value of DS, so DS will be R into d theta. So by putting all these values, we have obtained this formula for this calculation of horizontal thrust for this circular arch. That the formula we have obtained, and also you can find the value of A. So similarly, what will the value of A can be written? A means from the here to here. So the total distance is R sine alpha, and then sine alpha sine alpha minus this is equal to R sine beta. So R sine alpha minus sine beta. So R sine alpha minus sine beta. This will be equal to A. So all these things can be expressed in terms of value of alpha and beta and theta. So now you understand what is X, what is Y. X is equal to R sine theta minus sine alpha minus sine theta, because alpha is up to here. The total is R sine alpha minus sine theta. X, and Y is equal to R ulta. R is equal to R cos theta minus. This is equal to R cos theta minus cos alpha. Okay, small corrections. So this distance, total distance here is R cos alpha, and up to this is R cos theta. So this distance can be obtained as R cos alpha minus R cos theta minus cos alpha. So by putting all these values, we have developed the equation H. So it is a very long equation. You can find out what the value of H. So you can derive this value, but it is not essential to remember these things. So it will come W into sine square alpha minus sine square beta minus 2 cos alpha multiplied by cos alpha minus cos beta, then plus alpha sine alpha minus beta sine beta. So this is the numerator part beta sin beta. The denominator what we find 4 alpha cos square alpha 4 alpha cos square alpha plus 2 alpha minus 3 sin 2 alpha. So minus 3 sin 2 alpha. So this will the value of this h. Now here if we'll put the condition that for semicircular arcs, if you take semicircular arcs, what will happen for semicircular arcs? For semicircular arcs, if it is semicircular means alpha is equal to pi by 2. Or if you put in the equation semicircular arcs, alpha is equal to pi by 2, 90 degree. So you can find the value of h, that is equal to w cos square beta divided by pi. Now what is beta? Beta is the angle measured from your crown. So you have taken beta from here. This is the value of beta. So for the different loads, if you know the value of beta, you put the equation, find the value of h. If it has n number of loads, then for each load calculate value of h, then add all these values to find the final value of h. Now if the load is at crown, if the load at crown, in the semicircular arch, if you load at crown, then what will happen? Your beta is equal to 0. Okay, beta is equal to 0 means your h will be equal to w by pi. H is equal to w by pi. You can remember directly this formula, which can be asked as a multiple choice question, or it can be asked so for semicircular, we find h is equal to w by pi is the loading condition, and we have seen for this if there is a number of concentrated loads, for this you can also find out the values for these things. Now let us discuss this problem for this using these equations. Now the first problem will take example. In this example, take a parabolic arch. Now this is a parabolic arch having span is equal to 36 meter. And this span is 36 meter. Then you have a point load acting at a distance of 9 meter from this end. So this distance is 9 meter from here, from the left hand support. Okay. So this is B and this is H. And this rise is given 6 meter. Now you are required to calculate the value of horizontal. What is the value of horizontal thrust? So to calculate the value of horizontal thrust, you can directly put the equation. You can put here H is equal to, this is the W, which is given the value of 100 kilonewton. So W is given 100 kilonewton. Put in the equation. What is the value of H? 5 by 8. Write the equation 5 by 8. W into A by YC into LQ into L minus A into your L square plus AL minus A square. So this is the equation we have obtained. Now if we put all these values, what we find out? 5 by 8 into WA comes out to be 100 kilonewton, multiplied by A comes out to be 9 meter, and then YC comes out to be 6 meter, LQ comes out to be 36 means 36 Q. So you can get 36 Q. Then L minus A means 36 minus 9. Then you can multiply this 36 square plus A is equal to 9 into 36 minus 9 square. So if you do all the calculations, this comes out to be 83.5 kilonewton. You can directly put the value. We'll also see some problems where we can put the fundamental in the first equation at this stage. Now this is regarding this problem. Directly we can put. Now let's go to another example problem. The second example problem, let us take a parabolic arch. This is a parabolic arch, okay, and the span is given 12 meter is the span. The rise is given 2.4 meter. So rise is 2.4 meter. Then there's a two loads acting on this structure. Vertical loads. One is 50 kilonewton at the crown and 50 kilonewton acting at a distance of 3 meter from the left hand support. So this is 3 meter and this is 12 meter. So you can find the value of. So let it be A, B, crown C, and this is equal to D. So this will be your, if you do this will be your HA, horizontal reaction H. This will be VA, vertical reaction here. This will be vertical reaction here, VB, and this will be the horizontal reaction H here, or HP, what you say, H will come here. Now the question is, find out these reactions. So at A and B, and then find the value of horizontal thrust, find out H, find out RA and RB reactions at A and B, then find out bending moment at D. At this section at D, find out the bending moment. Now, how will solve this problem? Now see, these are two concentrated loads. So find out the horizontal reaction due to each concentrated load, then add it. That will give the total horizontal thrust for the two cases. So as you know the equations for the first case, you put the equation H is equal to, you can write down the standard equation first. H is equal to 5 by 8 W into A by YC into LQ into L minus A into L square plus AL minus A square. Now for the first case, it will take the at 3 meter. So you can take the H1 at 3 meter. Okay. If you take H1 at 3 meter, what is the value? You can put 5 by 8 into W is given 50 multiplied by A is given 3 meter divided by YC is given 2.4 multiply, it gives this value of LQ. L is 12, so you can take 12Q. Okay, then L minus A, so 12 minus L is equal to 3, then L square is 12 square plus A into L means 3 into 12 minus 12 3 square. So if you calculate all these values, this comes out to be H1 comes out to be 34.79. So this comes out to be 34.79 kilonewton. Similarly, you can find out the value of H2. H2 can take at a distance 6 meter. So crown is at 6 meter. So H2 at 6 meter. The same equation I will put. So I am not going right. So 5 by 8 into 50 into A will come 6, right? Into 6 divided by 2.4 YC into 12Q, then multiplied by 12Q, then multiply by 12 minus 6, then 12 square plus 6 into 12, A into L minus 6 square. So if you calculate this, gives out to be a value of 48.83 kilonewton. 48.83 kilonewton. So total value will be H is equal to H1 plus H2. So calculate H is equal to H1 plus H2, and which equals to both the value 34.79 plus 48.83. So which comes out to be total value comes out to be 83.62 kilonewton. So now this comes the value of your 83.62. So that is common the value of horizontal thrust H for both cases. Now once you find the value of H, then we find the vertical reactions. So now to find the vertical reactions, you take the equilibrium equation, sigma V is equal to 0. So this implies VA plus VB will be equal to 50 plus 50, that becomes 100 kilonewton. 50 plus 50, that becomes 100 kilonewton. Now, it will take the moment at at a A is equal to 0. So what will find? VB into 12 is equal to your 50 into 6 into 50 into 3. So that becomes 300 plus 150. So that becomes 450. So now we can calculate the value of VB. VB will be 450 divided by 12. So this comes out to be 37.5 kilonewton. 37.5 kilonewton. So this is your value of VB. Now, if you go to calculate the value of VA, now what is the value of VA? Now VA will be equal to total load was 100. So 100 minus 37.5, that is equal to 62.5 kilometers. Right. So once you find VA and VB, then we have to find out the moment at D. What the moment at D? You will calculate the moment at D. So what the moment at D? That will be the reaction VA into the distance is equal to given 3 meter. So VA into 3 minus H into Y. Now Y at 3 you have to calculate. So how to calculate Y at 3? Again you put the formula that you know 4YC by L square into X into L minus X. We know all the values. We know the value of YC is given 2.4 meter. L square is given. So you can write down 4 into 2.4 divided by L square is means 12 square. Then X is equal to 3 meter. Then 12 minus 3. So you calculate it, it comes out to be 1.8 meter. So you can calculate the value of Y. H already obtained. H is all obtained 83.62. So you can calculate now MD. So bending moment at D will be equal to VA. That means 62.5 into 3 into minus H is given 83.62 perhaps. 83.62 have calculated into 1.2, 1.8. So this comes out to be 36.98 kilonewton meter. So this is the bending moment at D. Now similarly, you can find bending if you want to find the resultant reactions. So resultant reaction can be calculated by simple RA is equal to square root of VA square plus H square. VA is already given 62.5 square plus H square means H is equal to 83.62 square. Similarly, you can calculate RB reactions at B. That will be VB square plus H square. VB already we have calculated 32.5 square plus 83.62 square. You can calculate value. Now here again one question comes to mind that if any sections will given. So you are given suppose you will ask to find out what is at 3 meter you have the load of 50 kilonewton meter. Okay. Now you will be asked to calculate what is the moment at 5 meter. So how will calculate moment at 5 meter? Now this is 3 meter. Okay. So this is VA, this is H. So the simple equation, suppose this is at E. Okay. So the moment at E will be equal to VA into 5 minus 50 into 5 minus 3 minus h into y 5. So now h is known, Va is known, and y5 you have to calculate again in that equations, that putting y is equal to 5, we can find the value of this y5. Then putting all this, you can find the bending moment at the point E. So this is some examples we discussed on this loads given on this point loads, and we have put the formula directly. Now also we can now check some problems we'll see which gives in the fundamentals. We can calculate from fundamentals how to calculate the value of equations for these problems. Now here we will discuss the similar kind of problems, but it will be calculated from these basic fundamental equations that m is equal to h is equal to my ds by y square ds. That formula will be considered for the calculation part. Now let us take a parabolic 2-inch dart as a span 40 meter. Now see here we have this arcs, and this distance from this to this, okay, distance from this to this will be given 40 meter. Load is 10 kilonewton acting at a distance of 15 meter from here. That means here to here is 15 meter, and here to here total is given 40 meter. Okay, from the left hand support, and the rise of the span is given 5 meter. Rise is given 5 meter. And we have to calculate the horizontal thrust, reactions at a hinge, and also maximum bending moment at this under the point load. So these are the requirements to calculate this for this problem. Now, the first you have to calculate the vertical reactions. So calculate the vertical reactions V and VB, like in the last problem we have discussed. Take sigma V0 and take moment either end A0 or end B0 and calculate the value of this vertical reaction. Now here if you take this sigma V is equal to 0, then your VA plus VB is equal to 10 kilonewton. And if you take moment at A or B, he has taken moment at A is equal to 0. So moment at A is equal to 0 means VB into 40, and take the minus, then other only plus, then 10 into 15. So that means this reaction into this distance will give this kind of moment, and this reaction and this distance will give this kind of. So one is clockwise, one is anti-clockwise. So just you equate the clockwise movement to anti-clockwise movement, and that will give the value of VB. So from this equation we'll find the value of VB. VB comes out to be VB comes out to be 3.75 kilonewton. Now VB is equal to 3.75 kilonewton, and VA is equal to 10 minus 3.75, that comes 6.25 kilonewton. So once you find the vertical reactions, then we have to find the horizontal thrust. So we have the standard formula my dx by y square dx. Integration varies from 0 to L. Now in place of m, here it is written mu. So it does not mean whether writing mu, m, or some other name, but that means the bending moment as a simple supported beam at a section you are finding out. Now the bending moment will have the two parts in this problem. What are the two parts? Because you have this parabolic arcs, and we have a moment here section, load is acting here, and we have the distances from here to here. So one part will be from here to here, x will be from here, and the other part, the x will be from here to here. So there will be two parts where we have to find this solution. One is from 0 to 15, other is 15 to 40, total is 40. So he has taken one is 0 to 15 integration, one 0 to 15 to 40. By taking these two parts and dividing by the y square dx. So let us find the value of y square dx. What the y square dx? So y we know 4h yc by L square into x into L minus x. and YC is given 5, L is equal to 40. So by putting all these things, we can find these values of the we can get the values of this Y. This Y comes out to be 0.5x minus 0.0125x square. So this is the value of Y. Once you got, so this is required for all calculations further. Wherever you require this shape at any distance x, you can just put the value of x, find the value of y. Just straightforward. Now find the denominator. Dr means denominator, y square dx. So you have the 0.5x minus 0.0125x square whole square. So this is nothing a minus b whole square. So a square plus b square minus 2ab. So take 0.05 means 0.25x square. Again 0.0125 multiply, it will get 1.561 minus 4 x4 because x square is there. And then 2x means x into x square becomes x cube. So as you know, integration of x to the power n, you can find out x to the power n integration is equal to x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1, right? So take so square means it will be 3 here. Here fourth means it will be 5 here. Here 3 means it will be 4 here. So by putting all these values, this value comes 528.21. So that is the value of y square dx, which is will be in the denominator part. Now let us move to the next. We will calculate the moments. Okay. As I have already discussed how to calculate the moments. You see load is here. Okay, so the first section 0 to 15. What is the moment? Just like a beam, if you take section here x, so this is VA into x. So VA is 6.25 into x. Then you have to put the y value. Okay, this is m y dx. Then you do all the integrations, and we can find the value of m. Similarly, for this other section, if you take what is the moment at here x at distance x, or you can take x2. So you are taken VA into x2 minus 10 into x2 minus 15. So this force into this distance minus this force into this distance. Okay, so this is given 10. And this is if you take x here, this is x minus, so this distance is 15. So this distance will be x minus 15. So that is 10 into x2 minus 15. So now put all these values. So that is the equation for this moment. Then we have you got the value of 150 minus 3.75x by simplifying these values Vx to minus 10 to x minus 15. Then your y value will come as y value is already we have calculated 0.5x into 0.0125x square. So this multiply this dx, and now you go on expanding each term, do the integrations, and then put this boundary lower and for boundary values. And by solving all these things, we can get this solution for this m. So that is the numerator. In the numerator, now we'll find the value. This value comes out to be 52266.41. And already we have found the denominator of 528.21. It will divide both the things. H value comes out to be 14.76 kilonewton. So this 14.67 kilonewton, alternatively, you can also find out by using the equation we have used in the earlier problems that H is equal to 5 by 8 W into A by YC into LQ, you remember well, into L minus A into L square plus AL minus A square. By putting this equation also, you can directly find this value, but the purpose is doing this problem is to explain how the integrations being used or the basics is used to find out this horizontal thrust, MYDS by y square ds. Now come to the reactions. Now what will find at the suppose this is the junction A. In the junction A, you have this horizontal thrust H, and also you have the vertical reaction B. Now what is the resultant reaction? Resultant reaction will be equal to S square plus B square. Similarly at B, if you come to the section B, this is VB and this is H. So the reaction RB can be obtained by taking the square of this horizontal and vertical reaction. So put the value VB square S square, and it will come 15.22. This comes 16.03. So simple finding this vertical and horizontal reaction, they are the components. So if you find the, it is asked to find the reactions, you have to take this resultant reaction. So resultant reaction means B square plus S square root over that you have to consider. Now, if you come for the maximum bending moment, what is the maximum bending moment for this section at D? Now, if you go for the maximum bending moment at section D. So, draw this now. This 2-inch dash, parabolic 2-inch dash. Now, this is your section D, right? Here is the concentrated load. We have taken this point D. 50 kilonewton load is acting here. Already we have discussed this problem earlier. And what is the maximum bending moment here? So V into this distance, that is equal to 15. So this VA into 15 into H into this distance is Y. So how to calculate Y? Already you have derived the equation for Y in terms of X. Put the value of X, find the Y, or you can go to Y is equal to 4H by L square into X into L minus X, where you can put the value of Y is given 5 and the X is equal to 15, and that will give Y is equal to 4.6. Put in the equations, Mx is equal to, as I have already explained, that VA into 15 minus H into Y. So H value is 14.76. So minus H into Y. So Y value 4.68, H value we have got 14.76. So thus multiply, you will find the bending maximum bending moment. So already also we have explained how to calculate the bending moment earlier. So this is the method to find out the maximum bending moment. Let us go to another problem with the UDL less than half the span. Okay. Now the next problem here you can see. In the next problem, we can see that what is given. So this is a 2-inch parabolic axe. Span is 25 meter. So 12.5, 12.25 meter. Rise is given 5 meter. And now this UDL is given 38 kilonewton per meter, and the span is 10 meter. So this UDL is less than half of the span. If it could have been half of the things, then you can directly put this formula H is equal to W L square by 8YC that we have derived for this UDL. Now here you cannot apply this equation directly, and you have to calculate this value from the basics. You have to calculate the H is equal to my ds by y square dx. So you have to use that, and then we can find out. So horizontal thrust, reaction at hinges, and maximum negative moment, because beam with a part UDL is there, so there will be positive, and there is also H into Y. So the maximum bending moment may be negative at some point, that you have to find out. Now, like the previous problem, let us find the value of VA plus VB. So the total load comes out to be, now the load is only 38 kilonewton per meter, and this is acting up to distance 10 meter. Okay, so this is 10. This is 38 kilonewton per meter. So this comes out to be 380 kilonewton. So now just like beam you can take. So this is the beam, and this is 10, and total value is given, and you can calculate the value. So this is A and B. Now you can take this total reactions VA plus VB is equal to 380. Okay, total load, and taking moment about point A. So this VB into this distance is 25, right? This is 25, VB into 25. Minus this load into distance 38 into 10, 380 into x by 2. We can say Wx square by 2. So VB comes 76 and BA comes 304, as in combining both, it is 380 kilonewton. And like the similar problem here, we can find the bending moment in two parts. One part is 0 to 10. Second part will be 15 to 25. 10 to 25. So there will be two parts, 0 to 10 and 0 to 10 to 25. So that is why m1 into y, m2 into y by y square dx. So the moment is divided two parts. In place of m, it has taken mu1. So you can take any value m1, m2, mu. Now let us first find out the value of y, because in the denominator we have y square dx. Again, it is a parabolic arc. So 4y is L square into Lx minus x square. You have to integrate this value 0.8x minus 0.032 x square, and you can integrate from values 0 to 15 to get the value. So now this y square dx is being directly integrated. I think I should not go the integration part details by putting this lower and upper value. So it is got 345.05. This is the denominator part. Now let us go to this numerator part. There are two parts, as I told, in the first part and second part. So in the first part, 0 to 10, what is the moment? From 0 to 10, this is the UDL. Okay. Now this is your reaction VA. So you have to calculate what is the moment at here. So moment at distance x is equal to 0 to 10. So reaction is equal to 304. So 304 into x minus, this is your 38 into x by 2. So they come 19x square. And already we have found out the value of y. So now my dx, you do all the integrations, and these integrations will give the value of first value 30901.67. Similarly, it will cross this value. Now it will take section at distance beyond this. This is equal to x. Now what is your bending moment at distance x? This will be VA. VA. Either you can take from VA side, or you can from the also VB side. Here he has taken VB side. So it will take. I will take like this. So VB it will take from this side. You can find this equation. Either side you can take and do the integrations. So VB into L minus x, because x is measured from here. So what is the moment at here? It will take here. So this is VB and this distance. This distance is nothing, your L minus x. So he has taken VB into L minus x. Because there will be another load will be come from left side. So right side will be easy for calculation. So it has taken VB into L minus x. So 76 is the reaction, 25 minus x, that comes out to be your bending moment. Now with this we have to put the value of y, my dx. Y already you have learned what the value of y you have calculated, this y value. Now do the integrations. Put the lower and upper limit values from 10 to 25, and you get this value of m is equal to 37429.68. So here he has taken VB. One can also do from the left side by multiply VA into x minus W into L x minus A. That can be done. Let me explain. It will come from this side. What will happen? It is your x. Okay. You alternatively can find and choose this value. So this value was perhaps 304. So 304, and this was your 38. Okay. Now 38 into 10 becomes 380, and this becomes a concentrated load. It will make a equivalent thing. So now this will be 380 kilonewton, which will act at distance 5 meters from here, okay, half of the distance. Now this is your 304, okay, reaction. I will take what is the moment at x. We can write down 304 into x minus 380 into x minus 5. So that can be written as the value. So we can write 304 into x minus 380 into x minus 5. So this is your moment, and then y, and then dx. You can integrate, you can find the same value, but it will be more terms will be come in this equation. So it is better you go from this left side and find the values. Now once you find the moment m1, m2, then find out the value of h. To find the value of h, what we can do, we have to take moment 1 and moment 2. Now these two moments divided by the denominator, we will find the value of h. So now this value of h comes out to be 1898.03 kilonewton. Now once you find the value of h, then you can find the resultant by putting va square plus s square would come 362.81 kilonewton. And at RB, like the previous problem, you can find VB square plus S square, that will give the value of RB, 212.11 kilonewton. Now we'll find the maximum bending moment. Now how to find the maximum bending moment in these sections? So you can do one thing, that you first find out where it will occur. So one of the best method is basically you find the mx covering all the things, where the value of mx. Now mx is equal to your simple supported m minus h into y. Okay, so this is the condition. Right, all the things, y will be in terms of x 4h by l square into x minus lx, and this is m. Then you can do dmx by dx is equal to 0. Finding whether a maximum positive or maximum negative, this must be equal to 0. From this equation, you can find the value of x, which is comes out to be 6.25 meter from B. So he has taken your 3 by 4L directly at right of this span blocker, but we can do this way by putting the m minus h into y. So if you come from the VB side, VB is equal to 76. So you can take 76 into x, okay, from that side, 76 into x. Then minus h into y you can put, and you can see whether x is coming this value. Y is equal to again 4h by l square into x into l minus x, that you can put, and you can find the value. And then dmx by dx 0, you put the value of x, you can be obtained from this equation. So now you will find this equation that x comes out to be 6.25 meter from B. If x is equal to 6.25 meter from B, then now put this equations to find the value. Now again at x is equal to 6.25 meter, you have to find the value of, what is the value of y. Y value you have to calculate, because it is not yc, because h into y means y is the rise of this ordinate of this parabolic arcs at any section. So it is not yc. Yc is only at the crown. If the equation does not yc, anywhere you will take this is y, and it depends on this value of this equation 4h by l square into x into l minus x. Depending on this equation, we can put the value to calculate this thing. So by putting this, y comes out 3.75 meter, and you can calculate the mx comes minus 267.61, because the negative moment you can put minus. There will also positive value, because if you take the equation beyond all the loads, and if you from the left side, there will be term x square, because it is UDL. You will find the moment terms, the x square terms, and if you take dmx by dx, then you can find the value. It satisfies two conditions, and accordingly you can find the value of y. Now these are two problems we discussed. We have calculated from the basics, that is from the my ds by y square ds from that formula. Now let us see another problem where we'll discuss on this how to find the normal thrust, radial shear, those things can be obtained. That will be in the next problem. Let us go to the next problem. Now here it is given a 2-hinged parabolic arch, 40 meter. It is loaded with 30 kilonewton per meter for the left half of the span, and a concentrated load of 120 kilonewton at 5 meter from right hand side. So if you draw this figure, how it look like? Now you have a 2-hinged parabolic arch. Okay, now it is a 2-hinged parabolic arch. Take 2-hinged parabolic arch. Now you have a UDL on the left half. So you have a UDL from here to here. In the left half, you have the UDL, which is equal to 30 kilonewton per meter. In addition to this, there is a concentrated load 120 from right hand side. So here we have a load of 120 kilonewton. Okay, 120 kilonewton load is here. So this distance is given 5 meter. Okay, this is 5 meter, and the total distance is given 40 meter, and the rise of the span is also 6 meter. That is not given here. So you can take rise of span is 6 meter. Rise YC is given 6 meter. Now with this, we have to calculate what the horizontal thrust, the shear force, normal thrust, and radial shear at 10 meter from the right support. From the right support, you have to calculate the values. Now, the component of the horizontal thrust will have two parts. One will be from this UDL and one from the concentrated load. For the concentrated load, already you have discussed this formula. I don't want to again go detailed calculations. That you know that directly 5/8 WA by YC LQ and multiplied by L minus A into L square plus AL minus A square. So you can put all the values for the concentrated load. So if you are coming from this side, A is equal to 5. So A is equal to 5. You calculate value of YC by putting the equation. YC is given already 6 meter, and then A is given 5 meter. L is equal to 40 meter. W is 120 kilonewton. So you can find the value of H is equal to 60.669 kilonewton. Similarly, for half the UDL, you can be, we have a standard formula WL square by 8 YC. So there is a half load will be half, so it will be 16, half of that. So by putting, you will find 500 kilonewton. If you add both these loads, that will give the total value of the horizontal thrust for this loading. So the value of H is equal to H1 plus H2, which comes out to be 500 plus 60.669, that is 560.69 kilonewton. And if you calculate the VA and VB, again I'm going to calculate VA and VB. We have the standard formulas we can adopt, or we can take these equations that VA plus VB is equal to the total load, that is given the UDL and this point load. So let us see what the value is given. VA plus VB will comes out to be total load is 30 into 2600 plus 720. So 720 should be both the loads. If you add this 400 to 600, 720. So by putting sigma V is equal to 0, sigma V is equal to 0, VA plus VB is equal to VA plus VB will come equal to 720 kilonewton. That is your 40 into 30 kilonewton into 40 the span. This is the L, this is the W into L plus 120. So what is the value given? So you can take these values. This is given 30 kilonewton 40. So 40 meter into 30 kilonewton. So that comes the value, and then 120 kilonewton is the value. So half of this span is there. So 40 into 30 by 2. So by 2. So now this by 2 plus 120. So VA VB comes out to be 720 kilonewton. And if you take moment at A is equal to 0, you can calculate directly the value of VB. And then once you calculate VB, then you can calculate value of VA. So this is a standard procedure you are being doing for any kind of problem, so that you can adopt for this case also. Now once you find VA VB, then we have to find the value of tan theta. How to find the value of tan theta? To find the value of tan theta, what is tan theta? Tan theta is equal to dy by dx. So tan theta is equal to dy by dx. And what is y? Y already know what is y. 4h by L square into x Lx. X into L minus x means Lx minus x square. You could do the derivative. What will find out? This will be 4h by L square into Lx means x. L, x will be out, then minus 2x. So L minus 2x. At x is equal to 10. You put this will be 10 into 220. This is L is 40. 4h is equal to 6, 40 square, so it will come 0.3, and theta is equal to 16.99 degrees. So this theta is required to calculate the radial shear and the normal thrust for the equations. Let us see what are the equations for the radial shear and normal thrust. For the normal thrust, we have h cos theta plus v sin theta, and for the radial shear, we have v cos theta minus h sin theta. So already you have found the value of h and the value of v, and h is come 560.669, and v is equal to calculate the value at that section, because if we are going for v is equal to at 10 meters. So let me explain again the things. So this is the parabolic arch, okay, and you have here your VB, okay, you have your SH, okay, and here we have the load of 120 kilonewton at a distance of 5 meters, okay, distance of 5 meters. So you are required to find out the radial shear at 10 meters. So what is the value at 10 meters? Now the horizontal thrust remains same 560.69, but this V is the shear. So what is the shear force at distance 10 meter? So this VA, that is 255 kilonewton. So this is given 255 kilonewton. So when come to shear, 250 minus 120, that will the value of shear here. So that is taken 250 minus 120. Okay. So by multiplying, we find this is the normal thrust. Similarly, we can find the radial shear. Radial shear is equal to V cos theta minus S theta. So now put all these values and we'll get the solution for this. So I hope this is all regarding your details of two his darts. Thank you for attending the class.